Ladies and gentlemen, it is Reflections 79 right now, and it is April 19th, 2020. My name is Josh Moxey, and every 2 weeks I like to get on camera and talk about what I'm going through, challenges I'm going through, like experiences I'm going through, as well as like share my lessons that I'm learning, all these things on my journey. And it's just a very long form piece of content about me reflecting on what I'm going through and documenting it to the highest degree I can do with my words. If you're looking for something more like entertaining, go watch my vlog. If you're okay with like a podcast type of form, watch this. If you aren't, click the fuck away. Don't watch it. It's not for you. It is really for people that like want to steal from my experiences and apply them in their own journey and their own experiences. And all I ask is, all I encourage you to do really is just test. Like if something speaks to you, potentially apply it because it might really work for you. Okay, what do we got on the plate today? I'm feeling a little bit strange today, so we'll see how that goes. But again, always reminding myself of like why I'm doing this and who I'm doing this for, which is like the long-term legacy of all that shit. Plus like who the fuck, what are my grandchildren gonna see in like 50 fucking years? That's always a good motivator. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop talking and like, let's get the fuck into it. What were my favorite wins? Bro, fully cleaning my room. This has been a complete game changer for me. I have such a fresh looking room right now, and it was actually just like, it really just took like something like a quarantine to actually get me to do something like this. I've been putting off for so fucking long, but I'm so fucking glad I did it. In past as well, when I would clean my room, I wouldn't fully touch these paper stacks. I always like have a shit ton of paper out for whatever reason. So I actually took the time to like scan it all and put it in the respective binders. So I did some organization around that. That felt extra fucking good in addition to the room being clean, because like it never feels like the room is properly cleaned, and to actually fully max it out, I'm like, the fuck is going on right now? But it felt so fucking nice. Man, ton of cleaning. I did clean my fucking bathroom. I hate cleaning. I don't understand how I've been motivated to clean, but I have been. Did a lot of reorganization on my phone screen. This is key right now. There's just a lot of like organization, cleaning, and that type of shit going on digitally as well as physically. I cleaned out like my entire content stream folder, if you will, like all of the backup files, all of the audio files, all of the video files. Just started working things around there, deleted a lot of stuff, made a lot of space. Same thing with like iCloud as well, Google Photos, like just did a lot of cleaning. I had a huge breakthrough with like the Notion design for Moxey energetic systems, and in that the clients, the way when you have like a big ass databases, it's limited in how you can use the shareability option, because there's not like partial views. If you share like one thing, you have to share the entire database, if you want to share like multiple, when I say one thing, I mean like if you want to share like a specific type of view and filter, you really have to share the entire fucking thing. And if you don't want to do that, in my case I don't, you have to come up with some creative situations. So like I came up with some inline database hacks that I could potentially merge on the road, as well as like a global reference idea, and it just had a lot of like W's in that aspect. Honestly, I'm just becoming a fucking ninja with Notion. Zero humility there. I'm fucking great. But honestly, at the end, going back to actually some humility, like realistically though, if I take a step back, it's not actually me doing the idea coming up with things. Like it's just source just feeding me. Like you could think of sources like the universe, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I'm just being fed ideas left, right, and center, and it's definitely not me. I'm all like trying like I am, and like so I'm putting in the work and applying these things, and then like the universe just keeps feeding me more ideas. So it's fucking gangster. Also some Notion designs for like the sessions, some additional session stuff, and like just other notable designs from Moxey energetic stuff. I have really helped a friend work out his powerless situation. I like just bounced back and forth with him, reverse engineered what exactly his situation was. And like, dude, he had so many L's in a row. It was insane. and he was just completely struggling, and it was just like set up very wrong. So I got clear on what the fuck his actual problem was, and then I implemented some fixes with him, and he's fucking flying now. Like, the man, I'm sure he'll be fine with me saying this, he had like 400 days of the power list, and almost all of them were hells because he was just not setting it up correctly. Now, I worked on some simplicity shit with him and like just helped him get momentum, and like the man's life is literally changing in front of my eyes. It's so fucking sick because all he needed is some momentum to get him going in other areas as well. Like, I'm so excited for him. So now he's about to hit a week straight of W's on the power list, and it's just noticeably different how he's showing up right now in the world. I started mixing. Yep, I learned record box, like the basics of record box, as well as learning a lot of like mixing basics, aka like DJing stuff, you could think of it as. I practiced a shit ton. It was just so much fun. I literally just got so consumed with the idea of DJing and all that music stuff. I collected a shit ton of doubles too. My God, I'll probably make like a 30-minute mix. Realistically, I'm probably at like 20 minutes right now in terms of like what I have for doubles and how I could lay it out. I'm just working around a lot of things right now, but holy fuck, I downloaded like 200 extra songs. So I have a library of like 250 songs, and that's like just merely touching my favorites. So, and I queued up a shit ton of them, and yeah, man. I built something in Notion as well for collecting the best doubles and things that mix well into others type of thing. So yeah, as for music stuff, it literally just consumed me this week. I worked on it so fucking much just because I was having so much fucking fun. So shout out quarantine, because I don't know if I would ever do that otherwise. And also shout out to Tony for introducing me to Rekordbox, because what the fuck? I can't believe how easy it is. I was making it so much harder myself. So unnecessary. Started work on this like timestamp situation where it'll be adjustable in nature, just using like Excel, because I unfortunately can't use Notion for this. Breaks my fucking heart. Got a lot of positive feedback as well this week on like my content, from whether that's like vlogging stuff from like Sarah completely validating all of my theses I think it is called, for why I set out to do the vlog and how I'm doing the vlog specifically. It was so rewarding to see that. I also got some encouraging words from Q about like how motivated she was after, and I'm like, after watching the quarantine video, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is just well needed right now. Felt amazing. What worked? Also, what worked, this ring light. I'm really liking how this came out so far. I'm literally saying this at the end of Reflections, gonna edit it back, but holy fuck, it looks good. I'm pleased. And thank you massively to Mom for getting me this for my birthday. It is gangster. Ensuring I had time to work on key tasks on my birthday. What brings me the most joy is my work. Like, I love people, don't get me wrong, but like, work always comes first for me. It's very like controversial to say that, but it is just facts for me. If I'm really getting honest with myself, I just like working on what I'm passionate about much more than just chilling with people. Doesn't make sense to me that people actually do that in that order. Okay, and I mean like the reverse order of what I do. All right, but yeah, that was awesome that I like made time in the morning to work on like key fucking things. It felt amazing, especially because what I worked on was so fucking cool. And I also made a lot more time throughout like last week. Didn't do a great job of it this week, but last week I did a good job of setting out more time to work on Moxey energetic stuff with system design, getting things prepped. Yeah. Chugging away at the food in the house slowly but surely. I just like haven't really given much of a fuck about properly doing macros and stuff like that. I am tracking my caloric intake but I wasn't very disciplined this week. But last week, decent. Like, I just haven't been amazing with this all right now. But yeah, that's what's up right now. What I'm doing, so what I mean about chugging away at food right now is like we have all this food that's been like, whether that's close to expiring or just like a bunch of food that's been here for a long time that's like non-perishable, and we just haven't gotten to it. So just like slowly chunking away at that, and not trying to buy more groceries right now until we're actually needing it again. And also like taking the time to freeze things that are about to expire and saving my protein for days that are my training days, I think is the best idea. So like Greek yogurt about to expire. I whip out one per week. I use half of it on my first training day, half of it for my next training day. And then that's 1 week right there. And instead of it going bad, which it was supposed to do a week ago, it's now just stuck in time. Like time is frozen. Oh, I did a cool experiment with like muting everyone except for Team Gary V essentially. So like Gary, D-Rock, Jason, and then the Team Gary V account. And it was actually like really interesting. Like I went on Instagram less, but then I ended up kind of just going on Twitter and stuff like that because I just wanted to see what people were saying. But I spent most of my time on Instagram throughout that time just in DMs, and it was interesting. It was interesting. I just missed seeing people's posts and stuff like that. Plus, I'm just now more okay with like muting people going forward because like it's just chill. If I don't want to see your content, that's fine. Using the color stack and pizza to like deal with moves that I couldn't shake. And these are like, what do you call it? I Ching system tools that are really fucking useful. And it just saved my ass multiple times. I'm honestly like ready to use it again. Because I could use a color stack in my life right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I feel like a tad bit off and I don't like it. I also enjoyed fasting a lot. Like, there's a lot less caffeine, and fasting a lot has just been gangster for output. Oh, doing things I've been putting off, like cleaning my digital spaces, cleaning my washroom, cleaning my physical room, cleaning my papers. I still have like a little bit more to do on these types of things, but overall, making good gains in these areas, and it feels fucking nice to do. Holding off on CERB for the time being. Yeah, so I don't qualify for CERB yet, is my understanding, but they might just make the right tweaks, and then I might be able to like slip in. I hope so, because I don't really want to file for EI unless I have to. But yeah, that's what's up. Basically, I can make like 2 times probably if I wait for CERB, so I'm just playing my cards effectively here as best as I can. Having Q as my accountability partner for sleeping, because we both have really bad sleep schedules, so we're trying to correct it. So we keep like texting each other what time we're going to bed and what time we're waking up type of thing in an effort to improve. It's working well for me right now. Using past work to make my future work easier. Specifically, NimSem Tracker. This is something I built like a year ago, and I'm now, or a year plus actually, and I'm now using it to help me build my Moxey energetic systems. It's fucking gangster. I'm literally just like taking a look at the code and then applying it in Notion form. So sick. Trying to get time lapses and random shit when I'm quote unquote in not recording mode, because like I officially was like, I'm not recording the same way after I think it was vlog 10. Yeah. So, but I know that I'm going to use some of this footage in future vlogs, whether I don't know how I'm going to do it. At this point, I'm literally just posted. Oh yeah, I also, in wins, I posted vlog 2. Forgot to say that. So what I know for me is like, I like the time lapses in between. And when I don't have that, it just ends up being me being a talking face. And I have that for reflection. So I don't really want that to be the vlog. So I'm doing my best to get stuff in between to try to like spice up the vlog for whenever and however I choose to edit this going forward. Also related to the vlog, just vlogging what my day was like on my birthday. I thought that was cool. Having direct mentorship from my friend Tony and my friend Brian. I love these two, and they're helping me so fucking much right now, specifically with DJing stuff. Like they're teaching me like the structures, where to cue things, what they do, what others do, how to chop, how to like I learned a lot of the basics as well. I appreciate them so much because what I'm able to do is it's for one, it speeds up the learning process when you have someone working one-on-one with you. So that's fucking sick. Number 2, they'll teach me all these things. And then instead of just like theorizing, I'll just go and fucking apply all this stuff and then come back and then listen to them again. And then like, it's just a never-ending process, and it works fucking phenomenal. Plus accountability. There's just a lot of good things that come from working one-on-one with people. Very grateful for you guys. Love you both. Recleaning my room for 30 minutes per week. I only need to do this like once. It doesn't even need to be 30 minutes. It could be literally like 15 minutes, 10, 5, whatever. Just to keep my room intact and keep it up to par so that I don't have to do this fucking massive clean someday. It's just so much easier, feels so much better. Letting Source basically just like choose my mix for me. Like, there's so many random ass doubles that pop in my head right now. And like, I try them all. I write them down. Like, oh, this could work with that. It's just like presented to me. I'm not even like consciously like, ooh, for most of these, that is. I'm not consciously like, oh my God, what would go well with this? It's more like, I just have like two sounds in my head type of thing. Or how does it actually know? It's more like one sound and then like, I know that sound and then it's kind of like presented with another. It's hard to explain exactly how it works, but that's how my doubles have come to be so far. And it's working fucking well because I'm like getting a lot of good feedback on how good these doubles are. And it feels really fucking good, bro. Oh, going on Zooms less. This feels great. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to hang out with friends sometimes, but all the time, no, absolutely not. Kills me inside actually if I'm hanging out with people too much because I'm trying to get shit done. It's not just a fucking free for all this quarantine. I'm trying to make the most of this all. If you want to fucking jerk off all quarantine and hang out with people and leave a worse person, be my fucking guest. But that's not what I'm about. So I'm going to be doing some things differently. I also appreciated that I was able to go into a Zoom and quickly leave. Like, I'd be like, hey, I'd only can pop in for like X amount of time because I'm busy doing shit. That worked well as well. Being okay with like watching things like Netflix and TV like that, because I need to keep myself sane throughout this quarantine, and like I'm not like watching TV just for the hell of it. It's like, and TV is actually the wrong example. It's more just like movies and stuff like that. Whether that's like rewatching a Marvel movie in the background. Usually I'm just doing shit during, and it's like basic ass tasks. And I'm just like, whether that's like me having a glass of wine or working. I mean, actually many times it's actually all of the above. I'll have a little bit of wine and then like, or vodka, gin, whatever the fuck, champagne, have a little bit of movie in the background, and then also work on like basic ass tasks that don't require much mental energy. That's worked well. But basically when I'm not socializing so much, I need things to keep me sane, and like that definitely helps. Not putting too much pressure on myself is just absolutely key. And examples of basic ass tasks could be cleaning, organizing folders, files, what else? Mixing, because that doesn't take much mental energy. Yeah, stuff like this, man. Stuff like this. Also, listening to a lot of calm ambient music feels fucking good. I don't always need to listen to rhythm. Honoring when I don't feel like recording. Yeah, if I'm not in the mood to vlog, I just straight up shut it off. And like, that's happened so many times this week. It's great. Like after midday, I just don't really feel like vlogging right now. It's very interesting. Mornings, I just have too much fucking energy. So I just like, vlog. And yeah, that's what's up. Getting up a little bit earlier feels fucking good. Trying, struggling, but trying. Flirting with girls in a way where I'm almost like preparing myself for whenever the world goes back to normal, that we're going to be thriving. Low amounts of water for my instant coffee. Basically right now I just do 2 scoops of Nescafe instant, and from there I just added like a tiny bit of water, like in my mug, probably like this much type of thing. And like I just don't need that much. It just reminds me of like the quality. It's just, for me, it's quality over quantity with coffee. I'd rather like a very rich, I mean it's instant, but it just like tastes better when it's like a higher or lower amounts of water with more scoops rather than like less scoops with more water, if that makes sense. What didn't work and how can I improve it? Drinking too much. I fucking drank like, oh boy, probably every other day type of thing. Maybe a little bit more. It's chill if I'm going to be drinking at night, but like if I want to be drinking less, drink less caffeine, because if I'm too fucking on tilt with caffeine, then I won't feel the need to like drink alcohol later. Also participate in less Zoom calls if they're drinking, because then I'm less inclined to drink, or just get better at saying no, which I feel like I have in the last week. Spending a 1-to-3 ratio of work to socializing on my birthday. It definitely should have been flipped. I spent way too much fucking time putting people's needs ahead of my own, and I know that like people want to spend time with me on my birthday, but I want to spend time on work more than I want to hang out with people. I'm glad that I got to socialize with the people I did on my birthday, and I thank everyone who gave a fuck enough to reach out to me, to spend time with me, etc. And it was really fun. But I like work so much fucking more, and I definitely should have flipped the script and done things a little bit differently. Not finishing my power list on my birthday until like late as fuck, like 4 a.m. When I don't finish my power list fast enough, it starts to like weigh on me and suck my energy from me. And I just, between that, drinking, not enough work, I felt myself super fucking exhausted on my birthday. So, put myself first, man. It's just fucking key. Staying up late with Zoom calls. Jesus Christ, this is ruining my sleep schedule. I've been participating in a lot less because of this. And just like, again, more focused on work. It just feels better. And yeah, I'm enjoying. Not addressing my fucking huge ass Notion inbox right now. I probably have like 500 things in this inbox. And I just have not taken the time to sort it. So, put it on the power list, schedule it, something like that. Because it is just insane how many items are in there right now, and it's overwhelming to think about. It's cool to put things in Notion, but like, you gotta fucking sort them, or else it just defeats the whole purpose. So resistant to speaking my truth if it's going to offend people. I don't like offending people. I really don't. And I also want to be super fucking kind and super fucking loving and stuff like that, but equally, I really need to put like my needs above other people's. And I also need to get better at just like owning my truth if it is controversial and if it offends people. But that's what's up right now. Like, I can feel so many points in this fucking reflection already are just going to be met with like extreme backlash from like specific people as well as just like parts of the world. So I need to work on that a lot. Being attached to specific people saying happy birthday. Yeah, there was one specific girl that I really wished me a happy birthday. She didn't. I was like, fuck. But life goes on. But yeah, just attachment. That shit, like, no sense of being attached to that. Letting people gossip in front of me. Not here for it. I don't give a shit about gossip. It is a waste of my time. It is a waste of your time. So find playful ways of teasing people who are interested in gossip and stuff like that. Things like, guys, are we really investing time to talk about other people right now? Or completely change the conversation in like a funny way, like on a completely related note, and then like say nothing that has to do with that. I think that's just entertaining. So just coming up with like funny little ways to redirect the conversation. Not being able to cut calls short. I am so bad at saying goodbye for things like that. Meetings, calls, whatever. I need to improve. I don't really know what the actionable step is other than just like continue trying and trial and error with this shit. Like, it'll eventually get easier. Also, just like working on self-respect, because when I respect myself enough, it becomes easy. But I have too much fucking attachment to like people pleasing at times, and I fucking hate it. It's so annoying. Like I like want to be vanilla accidentally, and I want to like please people's needs. So I'm always resistant to like saying and doing things that are really going to piss people off or really hurt people. But I can't be so fucking, it just kills me. I cannot be so attached to how people are feeling if it's going to be at the detriment of myself. I need to put myself first. And like, I find myself not doing enough of that right now, and it's fucking eating at me. Eating so much trash food on my birthday. Oh my God. That absolutely destroyed me. Like, it's cool. Pizza's awesome. But like, God, it's so much better to have fresh, good food, clean food, whatever just makes me feel healthy and good. That absolutely just killed my energy that day. Pushing off vlog tasks. I'm just making it harder and harder on myself. It's fucking annoying. I'm in such a hole right now, and I just keep putting more of myself in a hole. Does that even make sense? I don't even know. Timestamps being non-adjustable. I realized in the past like fucking 48 hours that actually what might be fucking me up a lot is this idea of like something that I keep putting off is timestamping. And timestamping leads to the titling, the SEO, all of it, like the themes of the vlog, the intro clips, all that jazz. But if I am adjusting the intro clips, and this is historically fucked with me ever since I started making content, because it'll throw off the times and I can't adjust it easily. So I need to make things flexible in nature. So I should be able to look at my timestamps and delete one clip, and every other timestamp should change, because I wait until last second and I like won't timestamp fast enough, because I'll be like, yo, I know I'll make last minute changes on the edit and then it'll fuck everything up. And then I just procrastinate on the timestamps and I procrastinate on the last minute edits. And then I end up just like taking way too long to fucking post, and I end up in this type of hole right now. So work on the adjustable version, which I am working on in Excel right now. I'm not 1,000% sure what it's going to come out as, but this is fucking key right now, I think, to me catching up. Process dictates outcome. Speaking of which, just being too attached to outcomes. Like, this is so fucking dumb. I find myself attached to outcomes in terms of like messages when I'm sending to certain things. Dude, it blew my fucking mind when I heard Gary this week say that he gets put on red sometimes, and I'm like, huh, okay. It's like, holy fuck. Even someone with millions of followers still has a red receipt? That's fucked. That's insane. So anyways, that also really helped me like get past a lot of things, but I still have so much work to do on the detachment to what people say and stuff like that, and how people are. And yeah, going to bed so late, I make it so fucking hard on myself. I just want to wake up at 9. So literally woke up at 12:30 basically today, and I want to start going to bed at 12:30 a.m. because it'll just make it easier on myself. Like, I'm just making it too hard on myself right now. It's fucking easy to wake up at 9 if you're going to bed at 12. It's harder to wake up at 9 if you're fucking going to bed at like 4. Stupid as fuck. Staying inside all this time, I'm like low-key going insane right now. In general, I am good, but I need to go for a walk, go for a bike or something. I might actually do this after, honestly. Oh boy. Pushing off key things in editing. I need like a list of everything. Like, it's fine if I want to do that, but I need to like start, first of all, I need to just change my editing style. And I really just need to change my like editing process right now. I want to try something like this, going one day at a time, doing all the clipping. The only like resistance is when I think of it, I'm like, fuck, how am I going to know what to clip later on and what not to? Because I have so much, I could have like all my footage up front, and then it would fuck up the end. So there's some resistance around that. But if I could go on a day-by-day basis and do all like the clipping and the editing, and I mean like extensive editing, plus the song at the same time, the song changes everything, my God. When you introduce a song, it's like, oh, I should clip here and I should not clip here. I can't explain it. It just is the way it is for me. And yeah, I want to just experiment with going one day at a time and seeing what that's like. Because I keep putting off key things, like there's this fucking big ass clip and I just don't want to edit it because it's just a lot of fucking work. So number 1, experiment with new processes. Number 2, fucking just edit the clip. Number 3, if I'm not going to do either of those, introduce some sort of like task system for a specific piece of content, because I'm just putting off too much right now, man. It's not useful. Being attached to how girls and people and everyone actually responds to certain things. I just care too fucking much right now. I don't even know what the actionable is there, other than maybe like energetic work, keep working on the root cause, etc. Spending way too much fucking time on mixing. I know I'm having so much fun with it, and yes, it is awesome that I'm just like letting myself get obsessed, because once in a while I need this to remind myself I can be a fucking beast when I'm passionate about something. But I need to work on other stuff more. It's just reality. What were my biggest lessons? If someone doesn't resonate with your work, there's 2 reasons why. Number 1, it might be because it's not for everyone, so it just might not be for that person. And then number 2, it might be because there is room to grow. It can also be both at the same time. And I came up with this lesson, like literally just like by myself one day, or kind of like a download from source type of thing. And what basically happened is I was looking at like how my content is perceived, and I was like, okay, there's really only 2 options here. Number 1, the product is good enough and it just might not be for that person, or it is for that person and they don't like it because it's a not good enough product and I need to improve my product. Either way, there's just room for improvement. Improvement being, I just need to get it to the right people, or improvement being, I just need to improve my product and get it to the, like, I have the right people, I just need to give them a better product, everything. And I feel like my content falls into both right now. Like, I need to improve my product and I need to get it to people who resonate with it and vibe with it more. So it's just like that fine balance. But either way, you're moving on and growing from it rather than being like, fuck the haters, like, fuck what the market thinks. Like, you kind of have to, it's a fine balance here between like disrespecting what the market says and persevering versus adapting to where things are. And I'm like someone who's usually said like, fuck the market type of thing. But I'm realizing as time goes on, it's like, yeah, no, I should probably get to the right people and improve the product. That's what's up right now. This type of frame just keeps things much more objective and growth focused rather than discouraging you and keeping you like stuck. That's why I like it a lot. It is so much easier to take a step back when everyone's taking a step back too. You know, it's very easy for people to get like very fancy and then like never want to take a step back and get like golden handcuffs and all that jazz. But like for me, throughout this situation, I've had no choice but to take a step back with the entire world also taking a step back. For me, it was specifically when I got let go from Starbucks. I was like, fuck, like it hurt. And then like 2 weeks later, the whole fucking world crumbled. So it was like, I don't wish that everyone's going through this right now, but if I'm going to go through something and everyone else is going to go through something, I'd like it probably to be at the same time because it's just easier. Because I'm not having the judgment cast on me. Like, people are more empathetic to situations right now. And I feel like I have an extra grace period, which is super fucking sweet. And yeah, I don't know. I also just think like we need to get more kind when things like this happen. Like, I don't love the pressure that comes with things like that. And things like that, meaning I don't want to get a fucking job, basically is what I'm trying to fucking say. Don't add social commitments on my birthday. Yes. Like, I actually felt like if I was to do my birthday again, I would make less social commitments and just like do things on the fly. Because as soon as I started making social commitments, I was like, oh fuck, I actually can't work as much as I want to. So, do less of that next time. Oh my god. Huge takeaways with like Notion and stuff like that. Number one, if I'm going to build things while Notion is in like a private, not even a private, they have limited privacy options throughout global databases. And I can't like send people to a specific view type of thing where they can only see in their own. So for the time being, number one, you can create like a dashboard for each client. That's what I'm doing in this type of situation with databases that I can potentially merge later on that all look exactly the same. And then number two, the other option is like I can have a global database where I can see like all of the sessions, if you will, or whatever, and then like specifically link them to or share each page individually because it can work like that. And then have another page within their client area where they can see a list of like all the pages type of thing, whether that's in like database form or whatever, but it just serves as like a reference to access all those things. They can't like filter through stuff, but they can see like a list of how things work or something like that. I don't know. There's so many fucking ways of doing this. It's insane. Man, I'm just having so much fucking fun with this shit right now because like, dude, even like, yeah, the NIM tracker type of stuff, like, my god, I can literally build Moxey energetics on Notion. I don't even need a fucking website. I realized that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I can do the website, the funnel, the client views, the practice reviews, all within Notion. And I'm just so fucking blessed to have this app. It's crazy. And then like looking at like the NIM tracker and how much that's different compared to Notion, it's actually like easier in Notion and more effective too because I can do like more relational stuff as well. Like so fucking simple. Plus formulaic type of shit, meaning I can calculate like, oh god, it's just amazing. I can calculate like n times so cake, and then n times being like things like consistent sessions. There's something called an ATS where you are consistently getting a session a bunch of fucking times, and you can get like a reminder when that's up. You can calculate all of these types of statuses based on other types of values throughout it. There's just so much you can do with Notion. It's just insane. I love it. And like one of the best parts about this all is like it's so duplicatable, and I can completely send this off to anyone. I feel like I could actually in theory also sell it, but I'm probably not going to do that. I'll probably give it away for free. But yeah, I'm very pleased about that, man. I'm so fucking blessed to have this app. It's insane. Best thing to ever touch my life from a software sense, for sure. When in doubt, add audio, video, media files, whatever. Add them in a files property. Why I say this is because as I'm going through like my notes and stuff like that, the design of my notes system, I am realizing that, oh my God, I need to focus on using those links from those specific areas and then bringing them down to image, embed, whatever in the body area, because it's easier to, like, you can't really take the photo and add it to the files, but you can get the URL of the photo in the, or the audio is actually a better example. You can kind of do it with photos, but if you get the audio from the file in the files and media area, you can get the source URL and then bring it down and have it in both places, so it's easily accessible, and you're not duplicating it. You're literally just referencing the source area, and that's so much easier than bringing the audio file to the files tab. It just doesn't work as great. So start off with files and media and then go down if you need to. You definitely don't need to. Oh my God, use a box to just keep all of your random shit out, or what you would normally keep your random shit out, and put it in a fucking like banker box. That's what I have. So like for me, I've had fucking tripods, like headphones, what else? Gum, all these types of things that would just sit on a couple shelves. I just moved them all into one fucking big ass box, and now it's sitting on my shelf right now, and it looks so fucking clean. And I have so much less clutter just because I'm keeping all these random ass things in one area. It's so okay to do this, whether you're like sorting physically, digitally, whatever. Like the idea of a quote unquote like other area and just holding all of the random ass shit in one place just works phenomenally well. Man, having a clean area right now is it's just everything to me right now. I didn't realize how good it was going to feel. I'm grateful for it. Fuck expectations. Fuck doing things a certain way. Fuck perfection. Just mix exactly how I want to. I got this from Tony, and I was just going through like a lot of like, how can I like cut a bar or two? Or like, is this gonna fuck with the song if I have like a 4-bar hold versus no bar hold or 2-bar hold? And I'm like, and fake out is basically what I'm saying right now. And he was like, dude, like, people do all types of things. They make edits. Like, please do not like get attached to following the rules, and be okay with like cutting off bars, chopping however I want to, not chopping however I want to, and basically just do whatever you want is essentially what he said to me. And it just hints a lot of creative freedom, which for me, I think is just an incredible thing for all areas and projects, whatever you're working on. It's just so fucking key. This is probably the longest reflection I've ever had. I also learned that you're not supposed to mix at like the drops. You mix at cue points instead, whether that's to build the 8 bars or 16 bars before the drop type of thing, all types of stuff like that. And the reason it's like that is another lesson I learned, which is music just follows fucking patterns. 4 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars, all these patterns are just so in your face when you can see them. And I'm able to like see how structural music is. It's insane. And when you can see things structurally like this, you start to realize, oh my God, if I'm going to cue this up properly, many times the drop starts as soon as the fake out starts. And it's like, you logically wouldn't think about it, or at least I haven't logically thought about that in that way before. But after looking at it like that, I was like, holy fuck, it's just insane. Record box is insanely worth a switch. I have no idea why I was using Premiere if I had a free option right in front of me. But yeah, now I know, and like, I just couldn't recommend it enough. It's like, you can mix through your laptop. Like, I'm literally sitting here chopping with my fucking keyboard, not keyboard, the mouse pad on, or touchpad on a laptop. It's insane. I had no idea I could mix literally just from my laptop and create gangster doubles and all that jazz. Like, Realistically, I will need probably a mixer at some point, and I look forward to that. But for the time being, I can make killer fucking shit happen with just getting creative on Rekordbox and chopping the shit out of these songs and stuff like that. And also, like, I really wish I had 4 channels. You can only do 2 in Rekordbox from what I've seen. And that can work for the time being because I just gotta get creative with like fading out things, introducing songs, like, because I the way I mix, I want to make every fucking song a double. I don't actually need to learn that also from Tony and Daniel, but I like to do a shit ton of doubles. So yeah. And the reason I keep getting very distracted right now. The reason I said like I need 3 or 4 for channels wise is because like I want, instead of like cutting a fucking double early, I want to just like be able to fade. I mean, there are definitely ways around it, don't get me wrong, but I just wish I could like do all of them at once and run 4. That would just be so ideal for me. Huge hack for finding doubles. Observe doubles that are working in other people's mixes and stuff like that, and then find a similar song. Find similar songs and like another thing that was that I noticed, find songs with similar structures. Like, that is everything. If you can find songs that, so a great example is like Tripolar Dub and Prismatic. They follow this. So because they both do that and they're kind of on a similar type of key level, it can work. Same thing with like 6060, same type of thing. Dr. Ballboy, Lunchtime, I think it is, by Outlaw. Like, these types of songs all mix very well together because they're in the same type of structure. And by the way, the theses I'm talking about, number 1, touching on something and then like expanding on it just enough so people are informed on what's actually going on, and just like giving a little bit of education, if you will. Number 2, sharing vulnerability, not trying to be so fucking perfect. Number 3, giving insights on what the fuck is going on in my mind and through my processes. And then 4, incorporating other people. So I really appreciate when people are watching my vlogs, and this just meant the world to me. So thank you, Sarah. It is a blessing that I am not very good at basic ass jobs. I just don't feel like I'm very good at doing a lot of things that other people can do. I don't know why, but it's going to force me in the net score to create so much fucking value, because I'm going to be focused on doing tasks that bring the most value, that are paid the most, have the most impact. Boom. Life fucking set, just because I'm unable to do, like, I'm straight up, I feel like incapable of doing fucking minimum wage job things properly. I don't know why. But it's a blessing. Highly related, I feel so fucking alive when I'm impacting people, and I might actually end up being like a low-key coach, which is kind of like cringe to me, I'm not gonna lie. But whether that's like energy work, whether that's accountability partner, podcast, etc., when I am bringing people value and positively impacting their life so that they can go do more in their journey, it's everything to me. And like, I really realized it when I was helping Larry with his powerless plan this week, and like I was reverse engineering with him, and I was doing it just as like as a friend to friend basis, and it worked so fucking well. And he went on to just get a bunch of W's this week and in a row. I think he did 7 in a row, and it's exciting as fuck. I'm about to check in with him later and see what the fuck is good. But yeah, it feels so fucking good to help people get results, period. And this was also highlighted when Q told me how motivated she was after watching that coronavirus video. She's like, I'm so amped up. I want to like make this quarantine like a great time and like not look back on it and be like, basically what I said in the video. And I was just like so fucking amped that someone got that, and like, that just means everything to me. So, especially because I went through a lot of doubt this week, and I needed that a lot. I'll touch on the doubt more than the challenges. You can challenge my way of thinking and introduce another way of thinking that you think is better, but do not hold the expectations that I'm going to just blindly follow you. So anytime someone ever tells me something, I mean, it's going to go through a process of like me determining, hey, like, this is a really good idea, this is a really bad idea, or somewhere in the middle where I like will completely ignore it and just do whatever the fuck I want to do, or I'll like adapt to it and find somewhere in the middle, or completely follow it because I think it's a great idea. I threw up on my story a photo of this girl's stomach onto my close friends, and I was like talking about how nice and how attractive a toned stomach is. And she gave me her POV, and like I appreciated that she actually did this. It's pretty fucking gangster that she had the balls to talk to me about this. And she was like introducing concepts that I hadn't thought about yet. But at the end of the day, she was basically trying to tell me to be like, yo, you should really filter the way you're saying something and filter who you're saying it to, because you might cause like an eating disorder because you're praising and like binging and all that type of shit, which I have a lot of empathy for, don't get me wrong. But she was basically saying like, you should filter yourself to accommodate other people's needs like that. And I'm like, nope. Because that's what that's basically doing, is telling me that, yo, I am creating those types of things, which I'm not with my words. I am merely saying a neutral thing, and you're going to take away whatever the fuck you're going to take away from it, depending on your beliefs, your insecurities, your self-esteem, all that type of shit is all wrapped up into how you perceive that. So I was like, this is actually not the case at all. What it instead will do is it'll speed up the process of like, if you have a lot of insecurity around the topic, then you'll see a toned stomach and be like, I am not enough type of thing. But another person is like, sees his toned stomach like me and is like, that's fucking hot. Also because I have a fucking toned stomach. So like, goddamn. Anyways, why I was saying this all, I appreciate people that challenge my way of thinking, and I encourage it, because I don't want yes men and yes women. But if you're going to do that, do not hold an expectation that I'm going to change just because you suggest something. I am going to process it properly and then do whatever the fuck I'm going to be doing. And in this type of situation, it's not going to do anyone a good service from me holding that fucking shit back. I need to continue speaking however I'm going to be speaking. I need to remain authentic to whatever message I'm going to. Otherwise, I turn fucking vanilla, and then I don't actually speak my truth. I don't speak my mind, and then my content becomes fucking trash because I'm being a vanilla bitch. Like, I'm not here for that at all. If something is triggering you, it shows me that you have more fucking work to do at a cause level. Same for me. Anytime something triggers me, I'm like, fuck, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? Why is this triggering me? What am I not seeing here? Because there's something there. An insecurity, low self-esteem, jealousy. I mean, they all sum up to the same thing, which is like something missing at a root cause level. So what am I like withholding from myself that I should be giving to myself? Like whether that's self-love, self-esteem, self-acceptance, self-validation, whatever the case may be. And like with a toned stomach, it's only fucking one preference. There's so many people like different things. Some people like the complete opposite of a toned stomach. That's awesome. I'm happy for them. For me, I like toned stomachs. So anyways, that's what's up right now. Yes. If you're watching this right now, by the way, I fucking love you. And I'm doing this for you because a good friend does not hold back just because they're triggered about something. What the fuck? I am literally doing you a service by continuing to speak my truth, because you're either going to fucking get the point and work on whatever actually is triggering you, or you're going to be at effective at all. And like, I hope you dive deeper and look at what the fuck is actually going on, because it's not my words that are going to create anything. It's merely like your perception of what I'm saying, because it's fucking neutral at the end of the day. It is fucking neutral. I'm not like putting someone down. I'm merely talking about what's cool to me. And like, it's like if you're like, how can I say this? If you are jealous of something or insecure about something, it's just going to manifest so much differently versus if you're good with yourself and you're good with your stomach, whatever that might be, whatever, just use that as a metaphor real quick. If you're good with your stomach, you don't have a problem with other people talking about good stomachs, and you'll like praise other people's stomachs, and it's like fucking, it's exciting. And like, I feel that with most areas, because I'm like, I am consciously working on my self-esteem at all fucking times. Anyways, that's enough for this topic right now. And I love you tons. Don't think otherwise, just because of this. Natural ability is a scam, kind of. Okay, so where my head's at with this right now is like, natural ability can actually be a complete illusion, and it can just be the result of consistent direct and indirect work over the past X amount of years. With this, I'm talking specifically about mixing, in that I have been drilling mixes into my brain for the past 2 years, whether that's through sets, mixes, and then actually just songs as well, knowing like the patterns where things are choppable and where they aren't. So like I'm picking things up really fucking fast with mixing, and I'm having really clean doubles in my brain and all that jazz, because I have put in the fucking work behind the scenes in the past 2 years indirectly. And it's like, it's all coming to fruition now because I had it all stored in my subconscious. I've been consuming so much, so I have so much exposure to seeing like what sounds really fucking good. And I really don't think it's like this natural ability thing. I really just do think it's about like, what work are you putting in? Like, how strong is your foundation? And my foundation is pretty fucking strong because I've had so many hours towards mixing, whether I realize it or not. So that's what's up right now. And I feel like that's true with a lot of things, man. Like, do you become a great writer overnight? I don't think so. I feel like you start out really fucking shit. Like, were you born a baby and you're like, oh yeah, I can write now? No, you fucking train that shit. Yes, there's brain wiring stuff around this as well. Like, you've got to play to your strengths, and like creative is definitely one of my brain wirings. But like, I just don't think that natural ability is as important as just developing skills. Like Gary, for example, he thinks that entrepreneurship is a natural born skill, and I just do not agree. I fundamentally think that entrepreneurship is merely a byproduct of getting a bunch of skill sets correct, making the right product, finding product market fit, dealing with your insecurities and like fears and stuff like that, sales, copywriting, marketing, all the operating. There's so many different things that all make up entrepreneurship, in the same way that like if you're in a sports in the sports type of world, like it's not just one type of thing. Yes, like it'll be helpful if you're tall and born with that, but there's so much more than that, because there's like, yeah, anyways, I'm done with this point, but fuck, it's just important to think about like, is this a really a natural ability, or is this merely it's just important to remind myself like, yo, was this person born with this, or is it just because they've worked their ass off on it? What challenges did I experience? I had a lot of situations where I was very exhausted from like drinking stuff, from feeling like a zombie at times, so tired of my birthday. There's just times when I'm not feeling as like amped as I usually am. And I'm not going to hide from that, but there's definitely like things I can be doing as well. Also, I really wonder if I'm being extra exhausted from 5G. There, I fucking said it, okay? Please don't flag me, YouTube. Oh, people are so fucking naive. It's driving me fucking insane. Like, people are very closed off right now that this could be more than just a virus. Like, there could be so many things going on. But like, I've heard 5G things. I've heard man-made. I've heard control pushing, if you will. And like, just like trying to further control the world. Like, there's so many things. I don't fucking know what it is. If it's just a fucking virus, if it's probably not. It just blows my mind how many people are just like, yo, this is not dystopian, and yet we're basically living in a dystopian future at this moment right now. It's fucking crazy. People are so fucking resistant to looking at it as anything but just a virus, and it fucking breaks my heart. I had a lot of hurt at one point get brought up around like Starbucks and a past girl, and like I realized it was just about like not being wanted and like how bad that feels. Did a lot of work though with like energetically, and it felt a lot better after that. As a macro, combining a lot of points right here, I've just been dealing with a lot of people who have insecure manifestations, if you will. It's fucking annoying. I wish just people could deal with their self-esteem and deal with what's actually going on at a root cause level, and they would be a lot happier. This is not about one specific person. It's about a lot of fucking things all at once. That's just a fucking fact about life as well. Like, people are just really operating from their insecurities a lot of the time. Speaking of insecurity, I went through a lot of doubt this week and a lot of like questioning if I was actually doing the right thing. And I questioned just stopping content altogether. And this all came from like a few dislikes that I got fast enough. I was like, like it just hurt and I didn't confront it properly. I didn't face it in the way I definitely should have. And basically what my ego told me was like, are these the only people being honest and the rest of the world is just lying to me? Yeah. So I definitely wondered if it was worth continuing after that. It really hurt. I went through a period where I didn't want to fucking do anything. Thankfully, days following after that, I got a lot of fucking praise and it made me feel so much fucking better about things. So I'm very grateful for that. And now I'm just feeling back to normal. And I'm discouraged that I'm so behind, but like, besides that, feeling good. Wondering a lot if I should make reflections continuously public or if I should start making these a little bit more private, a little bit more short, or a little bit more shorter. I'm just trying to figure out like what the best move is going forward with these because yeah, they're fucking long as shit, man. And I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing with them. Buying into someone else's frame and letting them dictate how things are. It was so stupid. Like just one fucking suggestion threw me entirely out of whack. And it wasn't even, it was just like, it shouldn't have been something that triggered me. Made no sense to trigger me. It didn't. And yet I still bought into the frame subconsciously. And it like, yeah, it just really fucked with me. I don't know. I'm not going to expand on it anymore because it's a very personal matter. But yeah, just why the fuck would I buy into something if I don't actually believe it? I don't know. Then it made me act a certain way and against what I actually feel. And it was just like, what is going on right now? What is going on? I don't love my bank account situation right now. Like, I open it up and I just feel like shit. Shout out to everyone who contributed for my birthday, though. Like, really fucking appreciate it. It was insanely generous, some of the things I got. Jesus Christ, though. I really want Serb. I hope that happens because I could just really use it right now. Annoyed with my sister at times. Like, you could probably see at the end of the vlog if I decide to keep that in. Of just like, her little birthday blow up was very fun. I love her so much, but God, she's so fucking silly sometimes. Sometimes I actually feel like I'm deceiving myself too much because I'm trying to be so fucking kind and I don't want to give people feedback, advice, POVs, whatever that's going to fuck with them, but it might be in their best interest sometimes to just be real. And I'm struggling with this a lot because where's the fine balance between giving truth and giving truth that people aren't ready to hear yet? It's fucking hard, bro. It's fucking hard. Overwhelmed, feeling very behind on a lot of things right now and like not managing my time correctly, and it's eating at me a lot. I miss sex. I'm way too fucking turned on right now. I'm not alone on this. I talk to a lot of my friends and they're like, yes, same. And yeah, it's ridiculous how turned on I am for being stuck in one room 90% of the time. It's stupid. But it's funny to know that everyone else is going through a very similar thing. And yeah, it's going to be hilarious when this is all done because everyone's just going to be like, swipe, 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 swipe. I really wonder what girls view me as, specifically the ones that I'm like attracted to. And I just, yeah, I need to work on this a lot because I just do question at times if I am actually as attractive and like actually as charismatic as I think I am, because I feel like I have just a lot of resistance around girls sometimes. So yeah, I also want to straight up ask them, be like, yo, like, are you down? Are we just friends? Like, what the fuck is the deal? But I don't want to be like overly direct, even though I love directness, but there's just a fine line between all that shit. But fuck, I miss sex. It's a side note. But anyways, I'll just continue flirting, doing my thing, and see how things go eventually. Where did I grow the most? Peace of mind knowing that the papers are in the cloud. After that scanning situation, I felt so much fucking better. It was crazy. Because if my house burns down, Then everything's in the cloud. We're fucking Gucci. Thriving. Notion system designing. I am becoming a fucking ninja. I feel like I've talked about this every week for the past, or every reflections of the past 2, but holy fuck, I'm improving so much more. It's insane. Almost every single day I'm working on Notion system design to a degree. It's incredible. Mixing 1000%. I went from not being able to work anything in mixing software to knowing how to double really well and also keep a continuous mix going too. Even I do need to work more on that, but I can mix now. It's crazy. In a week I fucking just went to town. It's great. And Rekordbox as well. Like I grew a lot in the actual like usage of the software, so it's pretty much cake now after literally just 7 days of doing it. It's insane. Also belief in my content strategy after hearing like Q and Sarah and actually Larry's as well. Those 3 people, what they said about my content was like, it made me feel so much fucking better. And making my birthday public. It was weird, but I just tried to like throw things in my Instagram story and not keep it so on lock. And it was different, but it was good. What am I obsessed with right now? Finding clean doubles. 1 week I wrote finding clean doubles. The other week I wrote finding delicious doubles. Oh, that's so sick. So basically just finding doubles is what's up right now. Like I'm having a fucking blast doing it and equally collecting some absolute gems. And that I'm also like willing to throw my gems at like my DJ friends because I'm just fucking around out here having fun. Whereas they need it more than I do, basically. Cleaning. Yes. Like having my room cleaned, having things more clean digitally, it just feels so fucking good. I'm obsessed with it right now. Cray. She is so fucking attractive on a physical and mental level. Suits. Jesus Christ. I was so productive during Suits. It was fucking amazing. Those last 2 seasons were just gold. I had no idea that Harvey and the rest of the squad were going to carry so heavily when Mike and Rachel left. It was just insane. And like, I got so much done during those 2 seasons that I just have such a great positive association with it. I loved. I binged it in like a week or 10 days or something like that, the last 2 seasons. Spacesuit's new song, Seppuku. Holy shit. This song is fucking next level. I don't even put many songs in Obsessed anymore, but this is just like one of the greatest songs that I've heard all year so far. Shout out Harrison Klein for sending me this because it's just such a fucking gem. Currently doubling it with Casket VIP. It also doubles really well with Flix and Calcium's collab. Whatever the fuck that's called, I forget right now. Also having a clean desk. It's so nice to look up and just not have like paper stacked everywhere or like too much littered bullshit, bowls even. Like just, I keep my desk clean right now and it feels incredible to me at an emotional level. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished. That probably came out so fucking long. I apologize. It did not mean to come out that long, but I just couldn't today for the life of me figure out what to select and what not to when I was talking about things. So I talked about probably way too much that I shouldn't have. But it is what it is. Life goes on. I need to work on my energy really bad after this. I'm going to go for a bike ride, hopefully fuck shit up. If you got enough value, press the like button. Also, comment below what your biggest takeaway was. Subscribe to not miss any more content that I post in the future. And as always, thank you so much for watching and listening. Hope this was a productive hangout. And hope you have an incredible week. Hope you are chasing happiness. And as always, my name is Josh Moxey, and I will catch you later.